Hello, and welcome to another episode of This Is My Real Life. Where are they now? On our last episode of This Is My Real Life, we met a young lady, Natasha, the master artiste. She shared some of her artwork with us, and she let us in on how she gets her inspiration. We brought her here today to see how life has been treating her since the show. I also have a few surprises to share with you guys and about our master artiste. Before we bring her out, let's look at a recap of her on the show.
Sitting here and staring out the window. That's where I get most of my inspiration from. I just stare and watch people walking, cats and dogs running. But the bums, oh my god, the bums are the best. I just stare out the window and it's like we make a connection. Our eyes connect and I can see the crust building and the dirt smudging against their face, and I know my next piece of work is going to be brilliant. This picture right here, I painted it in my freshman year of high school. I was eating my lunch in the bathroom because I used to get picked on back then, but not anymore. And because of this painting right here, people call me a young pistachio. But I like to think of myself as a young, eager Alan Paul. This picture is one of my favorites. While I was sitting in my chair one day, staring out the window, the garbage truck came to collect my trash. As the guy was tossing my garbage in the truck, I noticed that the banana that I ate only a couple hours earlier was falling into the truck. It was beautiful as it slowly flipped and spinned all the way into the truck. When it landed, I just knew. I knew what I had to paint.
Wow, those were some amazing pieces. Hard to believe she actually painted those. A young pistachio, huh? Well, we'll see about that. Let's bring her out. Thank you for being here with us today, Natasha.
Thank you for having me on your show, Maisha.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Likewise.
Well, if you don't mind, we're going to jump right in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your artwork is amazing.
Thank you.
You're very young and talented. You're putting a lot of these famous artists to shame with some of your pieces.
You're right.
So, what made you start painting?
Well, it all started when I was in third grade. My mom packed me a lunch, but she forgot my pudding cup. My chocolate pudding cup. I love chocolate. I really love chocolate. And I was so upset that she forgot it. So I go to school and I go through the rest of my day like normal until lunch. And I noticed a girl across the table from me. She had her own, had two pudding cups. And I'm like, well, she doesn't need both of them. So I asked her if I could, have one. She denied me. And out of a fit of rage, I knocked her lunch down to the floor and stumped all over her pudding cup until a teacher, of course, came and escorted me to detention.
Wow.
Yeah. So while I was in detention, I was sitting there bored out my mind when I noticed a family of cockroaches in the corner. Yeah, it gets better though. They were having a picnic, a family picnic. And that's when it all started. I drew them, each one of them, their little legs and everything. And now I draw whatever comes to mind.
Wow, that was really deep. Now, on the show, we learned that you find a lot of inspiration in a lot of strange things.
Yeah.
Do you mind telling us about that?
Oh yeah, of course. I mentioned during my show, my art inspiration comes from a lot of things: bums, garbage trucks. But I can find beauty and inspiration in just about anything. Let's pretend that there was an earring on the ground, which it kind of is, and I can just see it it's lonely. It's so far away from its owner. Lost without you. Not a little bit?
Continue.
All right. Now, when I look at that, I see pain and tears. The same pain you feel when you open a pack of Starbursts and they're only the yellow ones in there. Or the pain you feel when you stump your toe at on the end table.
I hate that.
Yeah, a
I
lot
do.
of people do. It's painful.
So, what would you draw from such experiences?
For example, I would draw a turtle with a mini construction hat in the middle of the street during a full-out sandstorm.
Okay. Okay. That's not weird at all.
Not at all.
But my producers informed me that you brought a couple of your pieces here with you today.
I do.
And you wanted to explain them and let us know how they came about.
Oh, yes. Well, I have about 3. So,
Okay.
first one. This one I drew after drinking 3-week-old milk.
Okay.
The feeling in my stomach felt like 1,000, maybe 1,000,000 butterflies were going to just explode out of me. And the B was for the pain, of course.
Interesting. So, what about the colors you use, like the reds? What does that represent?
Pain. A lot of pain and suffering for the day and a half I suffered because of the milk.
Okay. I really like this painting, actually.
Oh, why not? Here, keep it.
Oh,
You
thanks.
actually keep each one I show you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, the next one. This one. I drew this last year during spring, and I noticed I was sitting at the park by myself.
Okay.
And I noticed this little house. It was abandoned, trash. Looked like people broke in to have a couple parties, you know. And I thought to myself, family. When I saw that house had a lot of pain and suffering, but family is very important. So I drew this guy right here. That's the dad. And this is the little boy trying to learn how to fish.
Now, were these people actually in the park while you were sitting there, or you just, that's the vision you got from seeing the abandoned home?
Well, it was more so a vision. I only got the shirt colors from people that walked by me.
Okay. Interesting.
All right, this final one, I did a couple of days ago because I knew I would be coming back on your show. And I present to you, first place I have ever shown this, Snoodles. Snoodles, yeah?
Snoodles.
Snoodles.
Okay. So are these like tadpoles?
No. These right here are tears from the tree. Because I'm about to eat this orange right here.
Okay. Okay. So what's this? Do you mind explaining that to us?
Well, some people think of it as a noodle. I more so see it as a straw. Because I'm about to suck up this orange. It's going to go to my mouth. Which, this is my mouth. I'm sorry, I didn't explain that part. That's my mouth. And this is how my belly feels after I eat the orange.
That's
Circle
very
life.
interesting.
Yeah,
So Snoodles.
Snoodle.
How did you come up with that name?
Well, it's quite easy. This right here, most people think is a noodle.
Okay.
So, clearly, noodle. And then the S stands for the suffering of the trees and my satisfaction of eating this orange right here. So I put S right in front to make Snoodles. Come say it with me, Snoodles.
Snoodles. Okay. So out of all 3 paintings that you brought us today,
Yes.
this one is the only one that has a title.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
Well, since your show, I've been getting more recognition for my artwork.
Okay.
So I decided that for now on I would slap a title on each one of my pieces so they know it's like they know there's a piece of me in these.
So who's RJG?
Me.
Oh, okay. Well, Natasha, what a gift to the world you are.
Thank you.
You're very inspirational. Now, you were here on the show 13 days ago. It's been 13 days.
Yes,
So,
yes.
how has your life changed since last here?
Well, so much has happened, you know. I don't really know where to begin. There's a lot of things going on. My pet fish died.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
recovering though. Don't worry. It's fine. It's recovering. Making full recovery soon. My cousin just had her third sex change. She, I don't know. She said she wanted to do it a couple times since she was a child. I support her. I finally got my darn bunion removed. I mean,
no, wait. I'm sorry. I meant as far as your painting goes and job opportunities.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Well, I guess recently I got a piece of mine showcased at the Milwaukee Art Museum, which is really, really exciting to see all the people's faces light up when they see your work is a whole different feeling. About 3 days ago, I also did a portrait for the president and the first lady.
Wow.
Talk about humbling. They're great people.
That is like super cool. You gotta feel like Superwoman. I mean, the president and his wife. Well, we have to go to a quick commercial break, but when we come back, I got a surprise for you.
Oh, great. I love surprises. Hopefully it's a car or a new fish.
Bill collectors calling your phone 1,000 times daily? Are they not getting the hint that you're broke? Well, I'm Savannah McKay and I'm here to help. I've been in your shoes before. I know about all those $1,000 medical bills from those drunken nights, those school loans that have accumulated. Hell, you barely go to class anyway. If you need my help, you'll call 1-800-946-5252. I'll be sure to get the job done. Trust me. Remember, if you need my help, just call
1-800-946-5252.
Those debt collectors will be gone.
I know, we're working it today.
Welcome back to This Is Real Life. Where are they now? Before we left, I told you we had a surprise for you. Are you ready?
Oh gosh, I can't wait. I knew I should have brought a new pair of underpants. Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, we brought out some art supplies here and a canvas, and we wanted you to go ahead and make us a portrait here for our set.
Wow, that's such an honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any inspiration.
Don't worry about that. We brought you your very own jacket from a homeless man. You told us before that you get your inspiration from like bums and homeless people. We didn't have a bum, so we brought this jacket here. So are you ready to get started? But first, is there anything that you would like to tell us or like to get off your chest before you get started? You look a little nervous.
You look a little nervous. I don't have anything to say. I'm good. Are you? Are you fine?
Well, Natasha,
Yes.
some of our sources called in, and they said that you did not, in fact, make some of those paintings that you said you did, and they have proof.
Did they? Well, first of all, how dare they make that type of assumption? I made every single painting I have shown on that show.
Well, we actually have behind-the-scenes footage of some of your artwork. Let's go to the tape. Oh, stop the tape. That actually said that this painting was made by someone named Huey. How can you explain that?
Well, it just one of my many nicknames. I mean, I go by tons of names: Huey, George, Tom, Ed, whatever fits, you know.
Sure you do. Let's go back to the tape. What a fine, fine piece you gave us. Such a deep story about that painting.
Was.
So, are you really going to sit here and tell me that R. Woods is another one of your nicknames?
Of course it is. I have so many names, I actually forget my real name. What is my name? Natasha. I'm good.
Well, I hope you're ready to prove us wrong. Bring out that jacket, okay? And here's a little inspiration for you. So, go ahead,
Oh, you want me to do this right now?
please.
Whew. I mean, only if you're sure. I don't want to upstage. You're the host.
No, we would love for you to go ahead and make a painting for us right now.
Of course you do.
It's just to clear your name also.
Oh yeah, my name. Right. Right. I'm Natasha, right?
Natasha.
Oh god. All right. Is there anything?
It's up to you.
I'll draw you. Draw you. You don't mind being like pink or anything, right? Purple.
You're the artist.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I forgot your earrings. Don't want to forget those. Just a little bit longer, and I'll have your original. That's a very nice blazer. Gotta make sure I. Oh, I forgot your shoes. I'm so sorry. I forgot your shoes. Shoes. And you know what? I'll give you some of this. You live in a house, right? You have a home? No? Okay. It's okay if you don't have homes. Your people are my inspiration. Oh. R G J. Yeah. Looks good to me.
That looks very interesting.
Does it?
Now,
I think
can
so
you
too.
explain to me how that jacket from the homeless man inspired you to draw this picture?
You sound like you don't believe that I'm a talented artist. Like you're in disbelief by my amazing art. Well, if you must know, that sweater right there, it just reminded me of a cold winter night. It has no place to sleep, no place to bathe, nothing to eat. I can smell its stench over here.
Yeah, that doesn't quite explain why you drew what you drew.
Of course it does. Look at it. That's art right there. If you don't think that's art, there's something wrong with you. Can't believe this. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not.
Do you want me to?
You said you were gonna draw a picture of me. How did you get that from me?
Well, you got earrings. Yeah. Yeah.
That looks nothing like these art pieces that you showed us here today.
You know how long it's going to take me to actually give you a mask? I'm not like Picasso or Cutco or anybody. I'm a young artist. It takes time. You can't just art.
Something seems really strange to me.
Something seems strange to you. Something seems strange to me. You're questioning me about my artwork. What's wrong with you?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this again, one more time.
One more time, go ahead.
Is there anything you want to get off your chest? Anything at all?
Are you serious? There is nothing that I need to get off my chest. That artwork is just like my snoodle, my park, and my butterflies. If you watch the videos, you've seen how passionate I am about my art.
You know what? It's all starting to make sense to me now.
What is?
It's starting to make sense to me.
What is?
The same way this painting, the Snoodles painting, has RJG on it, it's because it's not yours.
Oh, that is the funniest thing I've heard all day.
You, in fact, did not draw any of these paintings.
In fact, I drew every one of these paintings. Even that one.
No.
That looks just like you.
You know what, Natasha? We know that you're a fraud. We have the police outside of the door of the studios now. You're going to jail.
Wait, what?
You're going to jail. So do you want to confess to us now live?
Oh, you're joking. You're joking. Why would I go to jail? I haven't done anything wrong. This is all my work, my masterpieces. I have no clue which door are they stationed out of?
The walls in the jail are now going to be your canvas.
Oh no.
Well, thanks for tuning in today. It was a pleasure having you on our show, although you are a fraud. Thank you. That concludes our show today.